Everybody. So I walked back to the rock and been studying it. And before I tell you what other things I've noticed about the rock, while I was walking out here with my snowshoes on this beautiful, beautiful day, it made me remember a story that I want to share with you. That Junior McNeely, Tish and Junior McNeely from Fort Good Hope, came down the first year we started our classes. And he told this story, and it's a beautiful story. And I've shared that story with other people, and I'm going to share it all with you. Okay, so I think it's from the 50s, and he said his father told him this story. And the colonials had come and had settled everyone into permanent communities, so they had stopped doing their traditional nomadic way of living. And it was wintertime, and there was no telephones and stuff. And way up there in Fort Good Hope, that's really far north. And I guess it was wintertime, and there used to be a plane that would come in to deliver the groceries and food. And something happened to the plane. There was some kind of accident, and the plane didn't come. And the community felt very, very, very vulnerable and were running low on food. And so the hunters went in teams of 2, and they packed provisions, and they went out. This before skidoos. Maybe they had dogs. I don't know if they even had dogs. He didn't say they had dogs in this story. And so his father and his father's friend, 2 young men, went out into the boreal wilderness to hunt. And he said they had to go quite a far ways, almost a week away. Like he said, for days and days, it was quite far. And they were getting close to when it would have to be time to turn back, and they found some old tracks. But they were a little bit, blowed in. So when they knew if they didn't go, then they could lose the trail. So the 2 young men had to look at each other and decide who had the most strength and endurance to become the runner. And as they decided, and then the one, he said, "I will go, I will run." And the other, "I will come back for you. We will find you." And so then they separated. And the one ran back to the village, and the other began to run after a lone trail of moose prints into the boreal wilderness. And now he had to run, he had to trot. And now, once you start doing this, you cannot stop, or you will die. You will freeze to death and die. So he was giving his whole life to get that moose. And you would think a human being wouldn't have the ability to run down a moose. But it's not the speed of the human, it's the endurance. The endurance, because the moose will become afraid. Fear fatigues. And so the moose will exhaust itself. As long as you keep going, you can do it. We, as humans, we have this endurance. And he got the moose. And the moose was laying there, lied down. And he was able to take that great gift from Creator. And then he had to wait, because there's no way he'd have the strength to do anything after that. And then his friend came and found him and helped bring the moose back to feed everybody. Now why? What gave him the endurance to do that? Is the deepest kind of love. And I realized a long time ago There's a power greater than fossil fuels, greater than nuclear power. It's love. The power of love, the energy of love, is what allowed the Dene people to survive all these thousands of years in this very, very harsh land. So the story came to me because this message is for all of you. I can't stop now. I've started running now. Okay? And you understand. And I have to do what I know I have to do. I have found the trail. And I'm taking my shot. And I'm counting on all of you. I'm all in. And I know you will back me up. I know you will help me. And I know you will understand I must do what I'm doing now. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. God has given us a divine blessing.